everyone, thank you for joining my channel. I'm your host Yasmine Belle, accountant and financial coach, discussing all things money matters. So let's make money move. Today we will cover the importance of seeking clarity with your money, as well as knowing your real numbers as a business owner and individual. The information that I am sharing with you today is the growing pains of cash flow. And as a business owner and also an accountant, I have learned more growing my business than I have been in the field for over 20 years. And what I've learned is that owners run away from their numbers. They get scared. They have so much fear. And clients will jump in when they cannot pay their suppliers. And clients are only then able to really understand their financials, your cash. Now, you don't need to know everything, but you do need to know a few things. If you're like me, I personally have multiple bank accounts. I have one for CFO on the Go, Belle Capital Management, Now Woman CEO Inc. So as you know, and also my personal accounts. And as you know, you can't really mix business with personal accounts. So how do I keep track of all my money flows? Well, I use this application called Clarity Money. I would suggest this app to all my clients because you can see the whole picture, and it links up directly to your bank accounts and downloads all transactions and assets such as Acorn, Betterment. So it really is a hub to keep all your assets in one application. In addition, it tracks all your expenses, so you can set it up behind the scenes and say, okay, this bill for SoCal Gas goes to utilities, this car lease goes to auto expense, etc. And it will give you the ability to track individual expenses per category, as well as a pie chart. And as people that know me, you guys know that I love my pie charts. I get asked so many times, do we need a different set of books? No, you don't need a new set of books. What you do need is discipline. So if you're going to put expenses that are not really business expenses, at least put the cost in a separate line item at the bottom of your profit and loss report under other expenses. So that way, as an accountant, we can identify and know this particular item is not really part of the business expenses real number. If you use this basic tool, you will be 95% ahead of the game than most business owners, as they use tax as their driver. So again, get clear with Clarity Money app and know your real numbers, segregate the other expense. Second, we will discuss knowing the difference between cash accounting and accrual accounting. If you are running your books as cash accounting, which means you're running your business when you actually get the cash into your business and recording your expenses when you pay them, then you don't have real numbers. You cannot run a business under cash. Think cash equals bank. The day the expenses were deducted or income was deposited is the date that you would use the cash date. So what is the alternative? Accrual accounting. In simple forms, it means putting income into your profit and loss when you derive the revenue, not when the cash hits the bank. For instance, I invoice you for tax preparations for your tax return, but you don't pay me until next month. Now I will book that revenue in my books as income as the invoice date. What date did you derive that income but not yet received? The reason why this is so important is that I have to match my expenses with my income on a daily basis. This is how you get to know your real numbers. Good rule for accrual method in simple forms: use the date of the invoice and also the bills that are due. That will allow you to capture those costs and expenses in the appropriate months. Why this is so important to be on an accrual method? Because otherwise, if you're not matching up the revenue with the expenses for that month, you will have distorted numbers. So this is your weekly financial coaching for the week. Please have your real numbers ready for next Friday. Join me Friday for the second part, discussing the daily, monthly reports that you must have at your fingertips and what your breaking point is. And this will lead you to create a solid budget and know your numbers throughout, with no surprises for business owners and individuals. This is solid financial coaching, so please do not miss it. Again, thank you so much for joining my channel, and see you next week on another Financial Friday.